everybody, I'm going to do a color technique for you today on some hair lingerie extensions that I will be installing for my lovely client. So today what I'm doing is I'm using the beautiful new hair lingerie color. It is the 16-inch rooted 6B, 8B. It's such a pretty blend and I'm so excited to get it colored for my client. She's going to be wearing 2 packs of 16-inch hair, and then the other pack I'm doing a 16-inch 1B, so we can create a really beautiful brunette dimensional effect with some soft balayage highlights in there. And then I'm also going to be doing another set of hair, which is the 12-inch 1B, and I will be going in and doing some highlights to create some soft balayage dimension in there for my other brunette client as well. So I'm going to show you these techniques. It's going to be a lot of fun. So what I mixed up today for my extensions is I have 4N with 10 volume by Davaness. So I'm going to go in and create the rooted look on all of the extensions actually with this same formula. And I'm going to pull through with the 4N on my 2B 16-inch hair so that this whole strand will be a level 4. And then after I root these, I'm going to wait and let the root process, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to tone the rest of the extensions. And then I'm going to root the 12-inch with the 4N. And then after that processes, I'm going to do the tease highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the technique that I like to use to color the extensions. I like to lay out all my foil here to keep everything nice and clean, doesn't get this counter dirty. And the foil also helps me keep the hair separate so I don't overlap or have any spots or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple here. And I always like the hair to be away from me so that it's never getting tangled or messed up, or I'm coloring and I get a spot or something gets on it. It just kind of keeps it easier to keep it out of the way. So I always like to start with the back first. So I like to go in and really hit the root of that tab because I want to darken that tab as well. And I'm just going to follow where that root is already with the hair and just super saturate it, making sure it's getting totally covered, and then going back at a different angle to feather that back out. And then once I get all of them colored like this, I'll go back and I will use my comb and make sure I'm combing it through so that everything's nice and even. And then I will let it process for the full amount of time, which is about, I usually do about 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure it truly covers, and that way over time when the client wears it, it won't fade too much, and then we don't have to recolor it every time they come back. And then I will come back and show you guys how I'm going to do the highlights on our 12-inch 1B hair. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight my 12-inch 1B hair lingerie extensions. I already did one here to kind of show you what it's supposed to look like. This is just my favorite technique, the way that I've been liking it. Just keeps it clean and simple. The client that is wearing these extensions, she wants to be overall mostly brunette but still have those little pops of highlights coming through. So I'm just going to do a really fine weave, and then I'm going to tease it to not have that harsh line, and then just cover the weave that I took out with my bleach. So the bleach that I'm using is the Well of Londor, and I'm using 25 volume. So again, I like to keep the hair away from me. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this. This is just preference after time of what I've come to find what I like to do the best. So I'm going to go in and just take a really fine weave, pull that weave apart, keep that hair away from me. Thank you. It's always nice to have an assistant. And if you don't have an assistant, or if this seems like a little trickier, then clip it on your tray. Take your numbered clip it onto the tray, tease it up against the tray, and let it sit that way, and then you can just cram the foil together, and that makes it a little bit easier and gives you some tension. So I'm just teasing the weave that I just did, and now I'm going to lay that down, have her hold that for me, keep that out of the way. And now I'm going to go in with my lightener. So then I'm going to fold that up and put that away, and now I'm going to let that process. So once I finish all of these and I finish doing my weave tease highlight, I will go back with the root color to make it a 4N with 10 volume by Davaness, and then I will go back and I will tone the whole extension so that everything blends and is a really beautiful color for my client. So now that our color has processed for the full 20 minutes, we're going to go now and we're going to rinse out the root color and then apply the toner so that we can cancel out any warmth in the hair. So I'm going to take my hair. I'm always going to keep my ends out so that it doesn't muddy down or darken the color. Now we have a beautiful dark root to match the client's natural color to create that really seamless blend. And I just want to make sure I'm rinsing out all the colors so it can't muddy, bleed, or dull down the blonde that we're about to tone. I am going to get the ends wet now because I'm going to be applying the Shade DQ toner to get rid of the brassiness. And I like to apply it wet. So you can see our lovely root here. And now we're going to apply our toner. And it's just going to help get rid of any warmth or brassiness in the hair and kind of darken it a little bit so it just has more of a sun-kissed natural effect to it. And then once that is done processing, we'll dry and we'll get them taped and we'll show you how we do the install. So now that we have our extensions all colored and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and start the application process. So she likes to wear her hair up quite a bit, pretty much all the time. So we always want to make sure that we have enough hair to hide the tab. So in order to do that, I always put my fingers here and pull the hair up. And if I can't see my fingers through, then I know that I have enough hair to hide the tab so she can always wear her hair up. So it's plenty of hair. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting